Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. Ben and Belle here, and with new animals comes new issues. There's our cows up there. Up is the issue. We've got to get water to them until, right now we're in a holding pattern with putting our water cisterns in. So we connected multiple hoses uphill, and by the time it got up, it was just a trickle, and that didn't work so well. So we wound up filling up buckets and carrying them the rest of the way up to fill up the water for them. Right, Belle? Yeah, you are a big help. So, what you're looking at here, if Belle will move out of the way, this is the road that's been put in to start access to the forest. Well, you can see we've got a lot of water coming through here. Years ago, there's a water cistern up on the other side over here. It's full of mud and is no longer working. This is the water that was coming out, fresh water coming out of the side of the mountain. So I went to get this water up this hill, at least part of the way, so we don't have to tax our well pump to get that water all the way up the hill. So I've seen some other videos. I couldn't tell you who or when. I've seen it long, long ago. But, so we've got all this water. And Belle, you're going to have to move for us, baby. Yep, you're going to, nope. There you go. So what I did, I was thinking, all right, I can cut out a board, a piece of plywood or something, and run a hose through it. Well, turns out that fits almost perfect. So what I did, I drilled through it, and this connector will go in. Let me grab this for you here real quick. Into this pipe. It's a 3/4 inch, 100 psi pipe. It's just one that's been laying around. It'll go right into that, but I need to secure it into this. So I'm going to run some screws into it, but I want it to be a little more secure than that, because that water pressure is going to build up. I left it up a little bit higher because I do want the water pressure to build. That way we can get the water up higher. And obviously I don't want it to fill up so full that it backs up that way. The screws aren't going to hold this in. So I've got relief holes at the top of it. And I just cut some little boards, little pieces that I'm going to screw in from the side. And then I'll be able to anchor the lid in here, even better. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done and see if we can't get some water to move up there, and we'll run a pipe back to the creek, because this water is just going into a little piece of culvert here that runs down behind you back into the creek. So we don't want the water just running out into the pasture. That's no good. It's going to create a muddy mess and waste water that would otherwise be going to the creek. We'll divert it right back when we're not using it. So let's see if we can't get these attached. Okay, Belle, you're going to need to stay out of the camera shot here, because once we start drilling this in, the water pressure is going to start building up back there. If I brought another lid, I could put it on the other side and block it. I didn't. And I really don't want to have to run all the way down there. So, let's see if we can't get this done before it goes. It builds up on me. Good girl. You're a good girl. Oh, let's not put that in the water. So hopefully in a moment or two, we will see water start to spout out of here. Not happy with how it anchored, guys. Okay, so what did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? I guess I should point out that on this pressure fitting, on the back side is threaded, and I just used a piece of PVC 3/4 inch to lock it into place. Hey, what? That's the place to come in the summer and feel cool air getting pushed through there. Okay, yeah, I've got screws running this way and that way trying to secure this in. Again, this is more of a temporary thing until we get our cistern set up down the pasture for our animals, but let's try this out. I don't know. It'll work or it won't work. I don't know. 50-50, but anyway. All right, so this just slides on there and hopefully stays. I've already got the other end up the hill, and we'll go up and see. The fence is hot, so I'm not going to get up in the pasture right now, but I'll hold up the end and show you if the water's coming up. It'll probably take a minute or two. Now, obviously, I would like this to go higher up into the pasture because then we can get it right to the animals' waters, but at least if we can get it up the hill here on the inside where we can fill the buckets and take them up. We'll find out in a minute here. While we're waiting on that, I can show you pressure is building up on that. So there's more water squirting out around the lid, but that's fine. Like I was saying, that water all just passes right back down into a little culvert back to the creek. And we might have to run it further down, coming almost straight across. That might just be too much height for the pressure that we're going to get on this. So we might have to go down a little bit further, and that's fine too. The main thing is I want to take the pressure off our well pump because, like I said, we had I think 6 hoses connected and got not quite up to where the sheep are. There's a bee in your line of sight there. Didn't quite get it up to where the sheep and the cows are, so free water coming out of the mountain, You can see the water pressure's the water's building up in here. It's all the way up here and leaking out from up here, so that water's hitting up almost this high. Yep, I can feel it right almost to these the weeping holes or whatever you want to call them. So that pressure ought to be building up pretty good into that hose. Let's go back, we'll turn it back over. Oh look, more trash. I don't understand why somebody would have a beautiful property and just throw trash everywhere. Maybe a bottle's a mistake while they were working out here. That I get, but right there is one of 3 car frames that is buried in this bank now. I don't get it. I don't want to be impatient, but this doesn't make for good video quality. All right, we know that pressure is building up. Look at this. Spilling over the weeping holes. One thing I didn't do is try to clear that hose. I wonder if... let's back it off and we'll take it downhill and see if that doesn't clear it. Ah, it's got mud in it. There we go. Look at that. Yep, and that's relieving some of the pressure on that lid. It stopped overflowing through the weeping holes. So definitely not going to be able to run it that far up. We're going to have to come down this way a little bit. I'm going to stretch it out and see if I can get it up this side hill behind me. So let me change the angle so you can see. Oh yeah, part of an old TV too. Thought I got all that out of here. So clearly we're gonna have to run a hose further out here. So when I find another piece of hose, we'll connect it. I'll bring it back and show you. All right, so there you go. We capped it off. You can see it's coming out of the one weeping hole, the lowest one there. Runs across. It's actually a decent amount of water coming through there, so we'll probably just kind of, you can see we need to get up higher there. Not gonna be able to unless we trap down maybe a 1/2-inch pipe. There's a thought. But we'll just bring it right up here to the pasture, and then on the other side of the hot fence there, that's where we'll fill our buckets. And then it's just a short walk up to fill up the water there, at least while they're in this paddock. You know, they'll be up further that way, and eventually, let me slowly turn you around here. Eventually, they're going to get up here where we've been working on our silvopasture. That's the word, silvopasture. All right, well, we've got water. We've had water. We've got water moving towards where we want it to go. So let me know if you've got any thoughts on that. Did I really mess something up? Entirely possible, but I was just trying something because we hauled a lot of buckets of water from down at the shop up there today. So figured let's go ahead and see if we can't cap this off and move this water a little bit more where we want to use it. So, isn't that pretty? A beautiful thing. So, all right, well, everybody, leave those comments, thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. We've been unsubscribed from several channels, and people are telling us all the time they've been unsubscribed from us. So double check that if you would, and visit our shop, renewedhomestead.com/shop. And we also post our videos there, as well as Rumble. And anyway, hope you're all well. Take care, God bless, and as my pastor Roger Gordon used to say, go in peace and serve the Lord. Bye, everybody.